Hi, my name's Peter Cooper and I have an idea to run by you. It's only for programmers though, so if you're not a programmer, feel free to turn off now. Guilt-free. So, books. I love books. I'm always buying them, always reading them, always recommending them, or not as the case might be. Computer books, math books, art books, cookery books, whatever. But I'm focusing on programming books today. And my office does actually look a little bit like this, but with about 10 times as many books. So I really do love these things. So what I do, whether it's publishing newsletters, which I have almost 70,000 people trust me to do that now, curating news for them, stuff like that, doing training or blogging or screencasting or podcasting, it's very useful for me to have an intermediate level of knowledge and be kind of the generalist versus the specialist in all the stuff I cover. And a lot of people trust me to get the generalist idea right. They learn stuff from me and then they go on further and specialise in whatever it is that perhaps I've encouraged them to do. So my idea is to go along similar lines to people like Gary Bernhardt and Ryan Bates. So you may have seen their stuff if you're in the Ruby world. They have, you can subscribe to get screencasts from them every week or two, pay $9 a month, and they'll dig into one topic like a Ruby library or testing practice, record a video, and send it along. It's really good value. People love it. So I'm trying to work out if there's a similar appetite for really in-depth, detailed, honest, thorough book reviews, notes, and summaries. So there are tons of new books coming out for programmers every year. I get sent a lot of them because I have relationships with the publishers in various different ways. And plenty sell well, but are kind of meh. And plenty fail to catch on at all, but are pretty good. Sorry, I'm not going to give you any examples of this. But here's some of the sort of stuff I'd like to do in this kind of club idea I've got. So I'd like to go for as many books as I can that are in the programming space that would be interesting generally to my readers, probably from the Ruby-ish, Unix-y type world, but not necessarily. I would branch out into more general programming, computer science-y type stuff. I want to do walkthroughs, summaries, and impressions of those books. So, walkthroughs is pretty much super duper in-depth stuff. A summary is a little bit like a normal type of review that you would see out there, and then impressions are very quick impressions where I've scanned through, literally taken half an hour with the book, and I can summarize it, show you bits of the book and stuff like that. Very quick run through. I'd like to do videos showing you what the quality of the book is like, what its illustrations are like, what the formatting's like, and generally talk about what I thought about the book and things that are in the book that are interesting and stuff like that. So you'd learn stuff from that even if you didn't then want to buy the book, perhaps. Although that is the goal here. I want to kind of encourage you to buy the book. I want to show you what the quality of different formats is. So does the code, do the code listings look bad on the Kindle? What's the PDF like? All that type of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily just do books even. I might do electronic products as well. There's plenty of developers doing kind of indie ebook development now. Is it good quality? Is it worth reading? I can dig into all of that stuff. I also want to get in touch with those authors, interview them, get extra info, even invite them into this kind of club idea to answer your questions. You put questions on, they answer back, perhaps even have live chats and do interviews with them and stuff like that. I also want to provide a librarian service, so I would answer your questions about books, look up stuff in the books for you. Perhaps if you want to be recommended a certain book for a certain skill level, I can use my experience and stuff to find that out for you. And of course, I can get in touch with the publishers and try and get special deals, because if they know that there's, X number of hundred of people in such a club, they're probably going to extend us a deal. And but I wouldn't take any money for that. I'll go into that in a second. And I also want to get other reviewers and developers on board to provide different perspectives on things and perhaps go into different topics that I know absolutely nothing about, like maybe Windows development, for example. So here's the kicker. I doubt anyone would immediately think, wow, this is an awful idea. If you gave me all this stuff for free, I'd hate it. But what if I were going to charge you for it? Plenty of people would say, whoa, bad idea. It's not for me anymore. I've suddenly gone off the idea. But as Scott Adams of Dilbert fame says, it doesn't matter how many people dislike an idea, it just matters how many people like it. And I want to see who likes it. So the real deal for charging is I want to make the time to do this properly. Have no payola, no financial incentives, don't want to be affiliated to certain publishers or anything like that. I don't want to do affiliate junk. I don't want to, if I link you up to buy the book on Amazon or whatever, I'm not putting affiliate stuff in there. I want to be completely neutral. And if I think a book sucks, I want to be able to say so and tell you that. And kind of prove it, I guess, through my reviews and videos and so on and so forth. But the question is, would you subscribe to this? I've only given you a very vague, super simple description so far, and I actually want to produce some of these videos and reviews as a kind of a preview of what you would get in this, because obviously I don't expect you to sign up blind. But if you could go to that survey there at cooperpress.com/readme survey, I'd really appreciate it. And one of the things you can do through that survey is you can pledge to subscribe. Now, this isn't entirely like Kickstarter or anything where I'm going to take your details and automatically charge you money, but it's kind of an almost similar intent, that it's basically you saying, if you get the pricing right, if you pitch it right to me, I kind of like the idea and I probably would subscribe. Now, if I can get a certain number of those, then it means, it's pretty much I will go ahead and do it, because I know that my time will be covered and stuff like that, and I'll be able to build it up and get other people involved and just make it work. But if no one's interested, or if all the feedback is pretty much I would just go for free, but I couldn't pay for this, maybe I could think of different ways to monetize it. Feel free to make suggestions, of course. So that's it. I'll leave you there. Won't waste any more of your time. But if you could fill out that survey, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much.